Good afternoon, everyone. I should stop writing for a moment and pay attention. How's it going? Whoa, we got a lot going on here. What is going on here? Whizzles, 31 months of subbing. OSU, 22 months of subbing. Bean Note. Helen Hedgehog with the 100 biddies. Thank you all so much. How's everyone doing? Good afternoons, good afternoons, good afternoon. Sergeant Story, thank you for chatting for your very first time. Chat. I think those notifications are funny. How are we doing? Haircut, we did get our ears lowered a little bit. Haircut, got our 5 head going. Yeah, looking fresh. Actually I didn't, this is not why I got a haircut, but I've told y'all I'm coaching basketball, 14U rec or U14, whatever it is. And so I have coaches pictures tonight, so gotta look fresh for the kiddos. Podcast episode already up. What's up, Queen of Washi? Talk to you in a bit. On the schedule for today. Yeah, Mike is crazy fast getting the podcast ones. This was an easy one to get up. Just boom, 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 knock it out. We are live and direct. So yeah, it was a good episode. Slumberland Studio got her question answered. I won't spoil it. And had another email where we got into the behind the scenes a little bit of how things go. Noodler's topic for today's podcast. I have no clue what you're even talking about. So is there something going on with Noodlers I should know about? Do you wear sneakers that match the uniforms when you coach? Yes. You know I do, Thunder Viking. So tell me, or is there a link on Noodlers? We can talk about it. I'll look at it real quick. But yeah, I literally know nothing. Oh, those practical pins look cool. I'll have to check that out. I keep a pin spoke roadie in my shirt, but we're the Celtics. I didn't get to pick the team. I would not have picked the Celtics. Sorry, Celtics fans. I didn't get to pick our team name, so we're green. I don't have a lot of green, but I wore some green, some white and green Nike Blazers low, and I wore green socks, and I wore like a lime green shirt. There's some posts about the new label and stack, but is it a controversy? A controversy in the labeling of the noodles. Shock, right? Well, I will check that out post podcast. Regarding the label of the Philly show ink. Oh, great. Yeah, like I. So now y'all are gonna make me go look and make me comment on it. This was what the whole podcast was about this morning. Is stationary commentary and analysis, and the podcast title was Pin TMZ today, so that tells you everything you know. What is your team's record? 1-0. We've only played one game. I am not sure you should comment. This sounds like everyone knows what I will think already about this, so I am good not looking at it. It's too caught up in my neighborhood remodel and Animal Crossing. That'll get you going. That will get you going for sure. Breaking news, Brad's got the scoop. You know me. This just in at the pin desk. Breaking news. Noodlers is noodlery. End of breaking news. The members show should be like drunk history. Yeah, that would be funny. So this is the show today. I don't really have any plans, but we'll talk about that. On a non-Noodlers topic, have you tried the Zebra X701 all-weather ballpoint pen? I have not, but I have been asked to test that out. Aurelius, 10 months of subbing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I need to get that one. I've been asked several times. Mike gets Brad drunk and asks him questions he shouldn't answer. It's true. That's true. I don't have a lot of secrets. Y'all think I have some secrets? The list of secrets I have is vastly overrated. All right, I need to write down what's it called? Zebra X701. I do need to try that. I've been asked several times. Brad has had enough coffee. I haven't because my fingers are so cold. I wore a jacket. I wore my robe hoodie, Carol's favorite hoodie, while I was podcasting because I was so cold. Now I'm not cold except for my fingers, so I need more coffee. Oh, that's a good question, Namiki Winter Vlad. What would be the 3 things, not people, you want to touch and feel if you're going to the Philly Pin Show this weekend? Ian Schoen's Peak pin. No, the Noodlers thing was not up to me. Like I didn't know anything until y'all just said it in chat. So that wasn't it was the Delta thing from last week. You'll see, it was a good conversation. We got a really good email on that from listener Nick, and I asked if I could just kind of explore this topic on the show today, and that's what I did. So, yeah, if I was going to the show, I want to try the Schoen Peak. Seems like there was something else like really high on my list. Always want to try the Scribo Piuma double extra fine if I could find one of those to try out. Did I make a note? The Elmo 2, but that I'll be able to try that anytime. What was it? There was something really interesting. I can't remember now. So the Schoen Peak is definitely one of them. Schoen Faceted, I love that pen. And I also want to feel the Schoen, the new finish on the Pocket 6s. Just to check them out. I don't need one of those. Why don't you just reach out to Ian directly? Oh, Jesse. Yeah. Good morning, Tessa. Y'all got me curious now on this Noodlers thing. I'm not gonna look though. I'm not gonna look. We'll save that for after. What else? What are you thinking, Greg? Hey, Chris. Good morning. What things? If you could go to a pin show this weekend, what do you want to test out for the first time? Yeah, the one-offs at the show. Like what pins are you most curious about right now? If you were able to get to a pin show and you had a list of, not necessarily like a shopping list, but like I want to try these things. For me, it's the Peak. Like to try out an 823 and an MB 149. Those are great test out at the pin show pins, right? Because you got to decide, like, the 823, is it the right feel? Is it the right look? Is the 149 too big and too bulky, right? Andrew's saying Scribo. That Scribo's on my list too. I don't own one, but I will probably own a Scribo at some point this year, I'm guessing. We'll see what happens. I'd like to see the new Leonardo, the mosaics, but I don't need one. I wouldn't buy one. I'd like to look at one. I'd like to test out my social skills since those are gone due to the pandemic. That's true. That is true. I look for ink swatch books, see things IRL, not via screen. I've got some new ink swatch books coming via jet pens. I forget who's making them. So there's going to be some like swatch specific books coming out that will do tested. I think the MB 144 doesn't get enough love. I need another bottle of Murasaki Shikibu. I don't know that one. I want to try a Pocket 6. I'm not sure it's cool enough to get over the cartridge only. Yeah, I got it. An SD oversized. That's a good one to test in person. Let me see. Cam Interior is going to do some ink testing books soon. So I have those on order. Rewizzles to get a preview from jet pens. So Cam Interior is doing a lot of pre-printed fountain pen nibs, and ink bottle stuff. I got a bunch of the ink bottle stuff coming, so just looking at my list here. You want to see my list? Pen TMZ. A Homo sapiens to see how the lava material feels. Good. Did the Rhodius swatch books come out after the coloring? I don't know that I've seen the Rhodius swatch books. Do you have a link to that? I could try out a Brad hug. You could hear they're great. That's one of the reasons I don't want to go to shows right now, because I'm a hugger and I would feel awkward giving hugs right now, like masked up hugs. Like, can we hug, or we're just going to do one of these or one of these, or like the kick the shoe thing. It's like we got to have full hug mode engaged when we have shows, because I miss y'all. I miss seeing y'all, and I miss my hugs. Yeah, if there's a Rhodius swatch book, I would like to see a link. If you're going to buy one of the mosaic looking ones, would you go with Leonardo or Mayora? Yeah, a little bit different hardware. I mean, if you're gonna force me to choose, I just like the build of the Leonardo. It's not as wide of a diameter, right? Which, you know how I like the pens that I like OSU tend to be the narrower diameter, even though Leonardo's aren't narrow compared to the Mayora. They have a millimeter or two difference in the center of the body. That makes a difference for me, even though I like the Mayoras too. Mayoras have more hardware. They have a bigger cap band. Sorry, text. Squirrel. Wow, someone put that better than coloring in the description. Wow, I have never seen those. Well, based on this, oh, yeah, this isn't a real thing. This is a homemade deal. Okay, no, I've never seen that. Yeah, that's a homemade deal. Sorry, I was curious what that was about. It looks cool though. Yeah, like if you do it, like you can just, I mean, anyone can make their own swatch books, right? So like, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do here. Like, I'm just doing a little. Sorry. I'm just doing like little squares in the back of my book, the back of my Hobonichi. There's only like a couple of notes pages. Like, I should probably do like bigger swabs, but I don't know that I need to. Yeah. Do y'all do it? What are y'all using for ink swabs and swatches these days? I like my color rings. All my stuff's in so many different places. That's the biggest problem. Also smand, just for the record. Yeah, I just tend to, like, I've never collected my inks and sat down and done swabs. That's how I feel like I'll be successful. And if I was going to do that, I'm just going to do it in the color ring. Just for ease of use. And coloring dip cards, I'm a heathen. I don't swab or swatch them. I'm kind of the same way. I mean, it's kind of the same way. Like, I just, like, this is just more of a record of what I've used, right? And, you know, the book that I'm not writing right now, I've been on a failure path right now. I've been keeping just like a handwritten sheet of what I've been doing, even though, like, I'm getting an F- grade on my writing right now, my copying attempts. So what do y'all use? I swatch mostly to test pen highlighter combos. So will you do a swatch and then just run a bunch of stuff across it? Is that kind of what you're thinking? I know I'm doing it wrong, but I don't care. I use a Q-tip. I mean, yes, but I don't have a problem with that either, right? Because it gets a big batch of color on there. Are you back at morning pages? So I write in my Hobonichi every morning. There almost needs to be a round 2 though. So I have not focused on that round 2 yet, but the more every morning Hobonichi writing has so far been a thing, like 100%. I pay a significant amount of money to have all my ink already swapped. Now there's a service. There's a service that you could pay for. That would be an expensive service. But have all your ink shipped to a place. Have them open your bottles, swab all your inks, make them fancy, charge you for it, and then charge you to ship them back. That would be funny. I started with a field note size book of Tomoe River. Oops, hang on. Writing the name of each ink with the ink. Now I have clipped to an oversized color ring and kept on writing the name of the ink. I have a question for y'all. So this is actually the perfect time to ask this question. Oh, wait, let me read this one. I have a color ring swatch collection organized by brand, but I'm thinking make another set to be organized by color. Should I swatch with a different paper? Oh, well, this is going to get into my question. Tsubame has those swatch paper sets, also daunting tasks. I have so many inks. I want to compare hues more than anything else before shading or sheen or whatever. Okay, so this question is going to go in line with everything that y'all are saying. So I got a question in the email that ended up getting a really, really, really long answer from me. The Animal Crossing is a pencil board, just like a backboard. And it was from Hobonichi, and it's got a little ruler here, and then it's got like the Today tab, but I put it on my ink, where the inks go. Because I already have a Today ribbon. So the question is, going forward, should bloggers test inks on original Tomoe River paper? So the question is that a valid thing to continue to do, since theoretically it's never going to be recreated exactly the same, right? So the idea around the question is, if we can never get the great thing anymore, should we stop using that for testing? My answer was no. Like, I get the premise of it, but we're not using... So what that original Tomoe River paper told you was how extreme the ink properties could be if the situation was perfect. And I think that's valid information, right? It doesn't matter that you can't get it anymore. It matters that I'm telling you, this is in the ink. Like, what you're seeing can technically happen. Now, when people write with pens in their notebook, they never get that representation of what a swatch looks like on the Tomoe River, right? So I think it's fair to continue to use it, but there's always had to be an understanding, even when you could get it, that your results will vary, right? Like, that is not a real representation. That is a perfect representation, and I think those are two different things. So, just a thought. So yeah, I have no problem doing that, but say, look, this is really, really special. Honestly, I'd rather they test on 32-pound copy paper. I don't think that's unpopular at all. You want to test things on the most commonly used stuff, right? So you're going to get, hey, this is the more accurate representation. When you're writing with a Pilot medium nib, this is probably what the ink's going to look like, not what it looks like on this 52 Tomoe River, right? So that's a thing. So anyway, yeah, but like, keep doing it, keep blogging about it. I change up the papers I do ink reviews on all the time. I have no consistency in that. I used to just do Rhodia, then I do Tomoe River, then I do a lot of Clairefontaine. I use some of the Yoseka notebook. I should probably start using the plotter. I think Mountain of Ink's website sets the standard for ink testing. Totally agree. Yeah, anytime I look at swabs online, I look at several sources because I know it will differ across the board. Yeah, 32-pound HP is a great paper. and it gives you like just enough. It gives you the most correct representation of what the most people are going to see as the output in their pens. We're a decade from being the old people at pen shows talking about Tomoe. That's why I don't think the new company should use Tomoe in the name, but that's just me. I think I'm on an island on that one. So yeah, I don't think it's a big deal, but that's who was at. That was the question I got. It's like, I don't think it's a valid question, but like I think about that stuff a lot. What's the right thing to do? I think probably like the Clairefontaine Triomphe is probably like my best ink testing paper because it's just a stark white paper, and it's not super special. Kind of like the 32-pound HP paper. It's just kind of regular paper, even though it's a premium paper. I talk about a sub $200 1911 large. Yeah, facts. Is the new company going to make something like Tomoe River? Yeah, I have some samples. It's really good. It's not the same. Yeah, temporarily ride. Like, I agree with that, but like, I'm wondering. So, like, the thing that we lose sight of in the context of it is that Tomoegawa made the paper to use for large scale printing of magazines and catalogs and things of that nature, right? So is the stationery market the real business case for them to continue on the brand? So, I don't know. Apparently they do care enough about what we think to get these samples out at the Tokyo Pen Show, but are they looking like what percentage of is the stationery business of their business? My guess is, based Tomoegawa, it had to be pretty small. This Sanzen, I don't know. That's just me. That's just pen TMZ for me. I don't know. I don't know. But like, so there you go. Is there some news about Tomoe River I missed? Yes, Tomoegawa sold the Tomoe River brand to a company called Sanzen and are working with Sanzen to manufacture a new paper. And they've put out samplers of their new paper and for people to test, like fountain pen people to test, and it's good. It's just not the same. So. But it's gonna be very, very good. But what are they gonna use it for? So that's all. This is the next step. Yes, this is the next step. This is the first time that the paper's been like, hey, super positive. Oh, your question was the easy one. The other one, there's a previous question we led into yours. It's the previous question was a little not harder to discuss, but it was just like it's a little more on the edge. Yours was not. Yours was actually easy to discuss. I enjoyed discussing that because it's really not that much of a thing. But I will let you listen to it before, and then we can comment on it tomorrow if you want or something. Yeah, my whole life I'm going to use the equivalent of 20 J.C. Penney catalogs. The scale difference is intense. Yeah, and like Tomoegawa, I'm sure it was a big business for them because they have big makers like Hobonichi, right, as customers. But their business was commercial printing, right? Not me and you testing our inks on their paper. They kind of backed into that. As long as Hobonichi can keep making planners, I'm not sure how I'd deal with finding a different journal. Yeah, I think there's enough. So I think Kokuyo and Midori have really great paper technology that I think would do well in a Tomoe Hobonichi type setting. That's what I don't know get composted. That's what I don't know what the Sanzen big plan is, because they just paid for that Tomoe River name. It was like $1 million, which like commercial printing wise, I don't think that's probably a lot of money. So maybe it's just for like the stationary side of the ledger. Did early users of fountain pens in the 30s and 40s worry about paper as much as we do? No, they worried more. They assumed the paper was going to be terrible, so they would get different nibs. That's why Esterbrook had like 200 nibs at one time to help you do your job better with the terrible paper that you were using. Oh, I don't think that's an outlier, MD girl. I think that's probably the norm. Like, I use pencil in my Hobonichi, but like that's not the best experience. I just use it to use something different. It would never be like my preferred, like gel, roller ball, ballpoint, pencil paper. And the posting nib. Yeah, that's why Esterbrook had just like some really hard, firm nibs, for certain things, and they had some wide nibs for certain things. You almost, like, if you look at like the Esterbrook catalog of nibs, you realize how stiff they tried to make some of those nibs just for, I think, the purposes of like ink management on terrible paper. Like, that's why I enjoy them so much, because you can get some really nail hard vintage Esterbrook nibs that were designed for detail work on crap paper. Absolutely. So, like the posting nib, which the posting nib was designed to write on generally not good paper. I'd be interested if Midori or Kikuyo did a bound planner like the Hobo Cousin of Vec. I'm surprised Midori hasn't done a little bit more. Midori's diary designs are really minimal, right? But Kikuyo does the Jibun Techos, right? So I don't know how close that would be. Those are on the extreme end, the Jibun Techo. That's a Kikuyo product. And then Midori planners are even simpler than like the Traveler stuff in a lot of cases. Corinne, 30 months of sub, and thank you. Many of those stiff nibs were used by accountants to manually enter numbers in company financial books. Yeah, and can you imagine like what that office supply cabinet was like? Because you're probably having, like, at some of those big companies, hundreds of employees like handwriting that stuff, and like it mattered like what they wrote with. But I think it was the nib that was trying to fix their problems, where we're trying to fix our problems with paper a lot of times. Moromon might have some good options soon. That would be amazing. Moromon hasn't made the thinnest papers that I've seen yet, like Kikuyo, Plotter, and Midori. Moromon's paper is very high quality, but I haven't seen the thin stuff like we're getting from some of these others. I would love to see it, though. That would be amazing. Hey, what's up, Bruce? Go accountants. Whoop, whoop. I picked the Hobonichi 5-year Techo because I love the paper and was a bit nervous about the paper in the future. I've really come around to the idea of the 5-year journals once I realized how they work. It's why the bottles of ink were so big. Yeah, we're just chit chatting. I had the podcast, got that done, and so I'm always kind of wound up from the podcast. So I'll crash here in a minute. We're not gonna do anything specific here, and we're probably not going to go too long today. So we're just talking about ink and Tomoe River paper. Oh, there was a topic, a general topic, and I hit this topic a lot here. It's like, what do y'all want to see next on the stream? Like, what's some stream stuff that we want to do? I'll tell you what, I'll start. Isn't the Croquis thin? No, not particularly. It's like 60-pound paper. It's just really good. Yeah, it's not 52. But it's different, right? There is a thinness feel difference. You want to see more Toby? We could do that. Toby, come here. Toby got a bath today. Brad, what's with the rainbow dog on the... I'll show you. Hang on 1 second. So for future... I started writing this before we started. I want to do more creative streams where I'm just doing my like creative journaling. Yeah, it's a fidget popper. So I was playing with it earlier and just set it up there. So it's just one of those poppers. Because I saw someone online who got one. It's like a stress thing, right? It's like a fidget toy. So I saw someone that got one. They were joking about how they got one of these for like an onboarding, and they thought it was like an ice cube tray, right? So they just filled it with water and made little ice cubes in it, but it's a fidget toy. Love to see you go through your pins and get to see what's kept. Okay, we're gonna keep doing that. We'll probably do that again Thursday. Just play on Steam. Yeah. One of these days I'll do some more games. Tiny Badge, what's up? 16 months of sub, and thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. So yeah. So it just does this. If you haven't seen it yet, you should look up the history of those things. It's hysterical. Okay. Yeah. Like for real. Like they had like I don't think they like said it and then like went and filled it. I think it came off as like they legitimately did that without being told that it was a thing. So oldie but goodie ink swatching. See again, like I just complained about how I don't have all my ink swatched. Like that would be an easy one. Stream on pen maintenance or nib work. Nib work and tuning. I'm just not good enough to do that. Like I'm not a real maintenance or a nib tuning guy. Like I'll just do the basic. Basically, play with stationary stuff. Yeah, that'd be part of like the creative stream where I use like my scissors and my washi tape and my markers. I'll be doing that. All right, I should put this up now. But he was laying on the desk, and I figured he needed to be propped up. Hang on one second. I'm gonna put y'all on mute. See if I can get Toby in here. I'm gonna yell. I don't think he's gonna come. He gets so stressed out when he has to have a bath. He's exhausted. He'll just nap the rest of the day. So he's not moving. He's not even in here. We can all clean our pens together. I definitely always do that. I stream about artistic looking pens like Nakai's. We could do that. Jackson Pollock inspired art with ink. Oof, that's hard to do at this table. I get it. I would totally do that, but like at this table, it was same tired after the bath. He stresses himself so badly. Do you blow dry him? No. His hair dries pretty fast, towel dry, and then he just runs the rest of it off. He gets pretty dry. But I don't even want to go pick him up because he'll just be mad. He's just tired. So his curls came in though when he gets a bath. So are you planning another sell-off? I will eventually. Like it's not imminent. Like probably like this summer. Pollock really requires a three-dimensionality of his application method. If you've never seen him personally, I highly recommend it. Yeah. I get that. Do you give him treats for his bath? After he does his zoomies, he runs straight to the treat drawer because he knows that's what he gets after his bath. So yes, Jesse. And he's like, he knows what to do. Like he sprints and sprints and sprints around the house, and then his last lap will just end at the treat drawer, and he'll just sit there until we get over there. So yeah. Starting doing that with the girls, giving peanut butter, now they're stoked. It still doesn't change the stress before the bath, though. He just shakes and shakes and shakes. Pelican getting a lot of use. That's a good writing pen. Would the Pollock thing work with a water-based ink? Wouldn't you need acrylic to get the layers? To a degree. I bet like pigment inks, you could kind of do it. He is a smart doggo. That's why he's not coming in here. He's like, that guy, he just wants to stick me up on his desk. And there's no food up there. I'm not going to run in there. He doesn't care about y'all. We're so trained giving him treats after. We are totally trained. A stream about pen storage. There's totally so many options. We should do more pen storage exploration. Because I've been showing y'all my stuff. But it's not limited to that. There's a lot of different things that I have in use. I gotta say, y'all, I'm using my Micro Architect with the Alt Goldgrün. It does not love the Hobonichi. The Hobonichi is almost too thin. I almost want like a thicker, rougher, like my bank paper. Like I've already got fibers in because this is such an aggressive nib. Projected stream, Brad tests glow in the dark things. I have the radiation pin here. Ow. Brass shims are sharp. Oh, so Michael, I have a note in, like, I keep an idea like note file digitally, right? And let me see if I can. So it's along the lines of what you're saying. Let me see what I said as far as your. I have roast my favorite pen. It would be my idea. So, you send me your favorite pen, and then I roast it. So that's in my ideas file. But I like the desk. I like the desk idea too. But I mean, like, I'm not really one that can really roast the desk. But I'm looking around my desk right now. It's like, here's a question: is anyone that has a Kaweco Sport black crystal, and does anyone else have nib issues because of the black coating? Yeah, all the hobbies, you can do the pen storage one. That'll be Jesse. That'll be a 6-month recurring series every Friday. That she'll try to write all in one weekend and have 6 months worth of blog posts written. Your stream is about several things: usage, collection of materials, and stuff, because all these subjects branch off. Keeping it open and spontaneous lets you have the leverage to hit all the things. Yeah. Your roast would be far too positive. Yeah, it depends. That those coatings on nibs can be a little bit funky. I'm gonna use my Rockster that I just inked up, and it's got the Bach with the coating on it. Like, it changes the line width. Like, I'm adamant that they change the line width in those coatings. Picked up an FC 20 pin case off Slack for cheap. Nice. Kaweco Midnight, the nib is definitely drier than usual. No matter how much I've adjusted, it still works fine. Does the Kaweco Midnight have a coated nib? Yeah, those black nibs. I mean, they change it a little bit. Like, I think they're slightly different here for Kimberly's 6-month series. I'm gonna take this call. whenever your parents call, you answer the phone, especially when they're older. Especially when they usually text me first and the phone rings. You take that call, stream or no stream. But they didn't need anything, so it was good. It was good. Direct line. So what was this call about? All right. What did Nathan do? Noodler inside information. Ordering lunch. Spoke publicly traded. Toby negotiating a second treat. Toby, come here. Kaveco calling. Yep. So, yes, you answer your parents' phone calls even if you're podcasting or streaming. So there you go. That was that. All right. All right. So yeah, I like to check in when we do on today's streams, like on the Wednesday afternoon streams, when I don't have anything like super like specific setup to talk about, that we can just talk about whatever. My parents are good. It was a nothing, like it was just a regular, hey, we're gonna do a couple things phone call. It wasn't they needed anything, so it was good. It was good. Oh, I'll put a picture on Instagram. Here, I'll do it right now so y'all can see it. Me and my dad this weekend. Pickleball tournament this weekend. Me and Dad took the silver in the old man's division. 3.5 rating, which is pretty good. All right. Let me find the picture. One second. All right. Whew. Pickleball? Yeah, just go look it up on YouTube. So my dad's help. My dad is also my assistant basketball coach. It's like ping pong and tennis combined. But that's me and Dad. So silver medal winners. Yeah, also broken wrists. So oh yeah, what's the weather going to be in Philly this week? Do you miss streaming from your in-laws? No, because that little drive was just annoying after a certain time period. So little trampoline racket game. That's Smash Ball? Smash Ball? Is that what that's called? Just cold in Philly. No super adverse weather. Last time I was in Philly, we had like the 40-mile-an-hour winds. And then like one night it snowed. But yeah, Philly's always just like a mess. So anyway, I keep meaning to post that from this weekend. Then my wife and I played Sunday, and we did really, really, really well, but didn't. We finished 4th out of 14, me and my wife, so we did really, really good. We both have the same smile. Yeah, we kind of look alike. I'm just like the Shrek of our family. Like I'm bigger than everybody. It's funny. Winter storm Sunday and Monday. Don't know if the snow's gonna make it up that far. Yeah. So, but my dad has aged like super well. He runs around like someone half his age, so that's how we can play together. All right, let's do a giveaway. I'm gonna wrap it up here for today. Anything else y'all wanna chat about? Let me know while I take a look into the icebox of happiness. Dun, dun, dun. What else can we give away? So I can give away this other Pikachu, or this other Pikachu Energel today. I feel like it's almost mandatory at this point. I need some more stuff in here. Here's the good stuff. Moramon gave me so much stuff. Oh, I'm not going to give away one of the pen pillows, Bruce. Remember? You remember the email I sent you? But thank you for sending that to me. Oh, yeah. But I appreciate it. 2022 goal is to find the icebox of happiness. Huge thank you. You keep us company and have fun as we collect the days. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. We're going to give away another one of these Kuru Fit notebooks, which I think are pretty cool. Good, flexible notebooks, multi-ring, huge pad of paper to go in here. This really great Moramon paper. So it's like a nice notebook. And the second Pikachu SKU. I think they should just make Pikachu and name it SKU after these pens. So Pikachu SKU. I did see that the police thing about the Pokemon. Sorry for the quick aside. Does anyone know how difficult possible it is to swap nibs on the spoke axle? It's a basic Yovo number 6 setting. So deadly simple. Deadly simple to change the nibs on the spoke axle. We'll go see, while I run the giveaway, we'll go see what the postman dropped off. I don't think I got any pen stuff coming. I have all my new stuff for jet pens coming, but I just got that in yesterday. Just got hold of some of the Life Bank paper. It's my favorite. That's how much is left in this pad. Sick 'em, Toby. Did you get 'em, Toby? I am a bank paper lover. All right, so we're gonna do Moramon Kuru Fit. All right, this giveaway is now open. Exclamation point raffle. You don't have to be a follower, subscriber, live in the US to win. You just have to be here now, type exclamation point raffle, and then say hi when you win, and then email me. And then I'm going to go see what's in the mail. How do you ban permanently in this back end? I hit the wrong button. Someone, yeah. I turned them into a mod. That was probably a bad idea. All right, be right back. Brad, do you think I'll be able to find a $550 Nakaya? If Rich is there, yeah. I've paid $450 for one before. Be right back. They brought a dog. They brought us a dog. They brought us a dog. They brought us a dog. Toby's still not convinced that they're gone, so he's out of here. That nothing interesting. Who knows what it was? Not for me. Not for me. Hey, clean Toby. I know. Yeah, Rich doesn't have a company name. Rich Liebson. So here's the problem, Bruce. You'll find the 550 Nicaea, but it's going to be sitting right next to the $750 Nicaea, and that's where you're going to have a problem. But yeah, I assume he's going to be there. I don't know. I don't know why I'm assuming that, but I have a feeling he will be. The 750 won't happen. You say that now. You say that now. Yeah, next to the 1500 Nicaea, which won't, like, that's my, it won't happen. I'll talk myself into the 751. Oh, I should pick a winner. I'm trying to write the winner's name down, and I haven't even picked a winner. Let me go do that. All right, who won? Who won? Sir Cobalt. Is that a second time win? I'm feeling this is a multiple winner. Sir Cobalt. What? Have you won before, Sir Cobalt? First time? First time? Second time. So we have this. First time winner? Nice. We are on a heater. First time winner heater. Y'all. So there you go. That'll be yours. Then I have Ilva's winnings over here. So yes, really, really good stuff. I'm trying to talk my husband into getting the Lego or the AT-AT. They're AT-ATs, aren't they? I always want to call them AT-ATs, but they're AT-ATs. 2022, you're the first time winner. I like that. All right, see you, Bruce. I'm going to do the same. I got to figure out what else we're going to do. Let's go see what Celery Min's up to. Playing GeoGuessr. We haven't thrown it over to... This should be fun to play. We haven't thrown it over to Celery Min in a while. All right, let's go see what they're doing. I'm going to hang in that stream for a little while. Of all the days she's streaming, she's not writing The Lord of the Rings. So y'all go have fun. What's for lunch? Probably hardly anything. Probably like cheese and crackers or something like seasoned simple. Something simple. Then I'll fix something good for dinner. All right. Y'all be good. You be good. Thanks for hanging out. Go download the podcast. You don't have to listen. Just download it. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll go through another batch of pins tomorrow. See if y'all can talk me into inking anything up. All right. Bye.